Alright, what is it, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with a deck profile update for Mastemon for of June of 2024. So just in case people are wondering, so this is a week right before we get stuff from EX6, the Infernal Ascension, and I'm making it very clear that this is the pre-version before that. So it's not going to include anything yet from EX6 till then. Why? Because, look, I'm just trying to ensure I at least have a deck profile each month. So, now, with that in terms, there are going to be there are going to be a lot of changes, some of the things that I want to talk about. But I think for the most part, I'm going to talk about those things once the new set comes out. And that's only once I get all the cards. I'll have a list of everything that I'm looking for from EX6 up as soon as possible, because I still have to write out everything. Well, you know what I mean. I gotta put everything into notes, and then I gotta make sure I move everything from notes to, screenshot it, and then bam, there we go. And Mastemon is going to be my focus for the time being, till we get the joint BT8 and BT 18 and 19 in November, and then I want to shift my focus over to the Spirits of Wind and Zoe. So yay! Now I'm just gonna briefly, before I go into this. I'm not even gonna briefly go into it. I'll just let you guys know while we're going to address some things further on later on in it. But one thing I will address before I do go into the deck profile is apparently people are questioning this glare and asking about this glare. So this glare is because there's a light above me in a room that I have that has no windows, and I think it would be more precise to have my recordings done in my room than to have them done in more open spaces when there's things that I cannot control because of noise. So welcome to Recording with HPJ, where, just like many other content creators, it's not always easy to get things situated, and when you live with other people, it's not always easy to be able to get things situated for a video. So you just have to take the sound as you can, just like that nice fan in the background that you hear. That's because I refuse to fry. Alright, with that said and done, let's go ahead and go into this. So, starting off are my 4 copies of Niaramon from ST10. Then we're going to move on into the level 3s, the rookies. We have 4 copies of Salamon from BT16 with 4 copies of Salamon from BT9 and 2 copies of Salamon from ST10. Alright. Then we're going to move on into the level 4s, the champions. 4 copies of Tailmon from ST10 with 4 copies of Salamon from BT16. Moving from there, I have the 2 copies of BT11's Digimon. Alright, so that's all of them. We're going to now go into the Ultimates, the level 5. And I have 3 copies of Anjuamon from BT11. 2 copies of Anjuamon from ST10, 3 copies of Lady Devimon from BT11, and 2 copies of Lucemon Fall Down Mode from BT7. Alright, so that is my ults. Going into my Megas, 2 copies of, I hope that didn't come out right. I'm wrong. 2 copies of Odonimon from BT9 with 2 copies of Ophanimon Fall Down Mode from BT8, and then of course the star of the show in the boss monster and ace of the deck, Mastemon from ST10. Hold on, let me adjust that correctly so that's in the shot correctly. Alright, then let's go on and move into the Tamers. We have 3 copies of course, Miss Mirai Mikigura from BT11, and then 3 copies of Kari from BT8. Well, BT6. No, BT8. Then for the options, I'm running 3 copies of Hail Flame Scythe from BT8, and Chaos Degradation from ST10. I was going to say BT10. No, there's there's a BT10. I'm just not running cards from BT10. So, alright, that is basically the entire lineup of everything that I'm running in the deck. So, before I go any further, let me just make some things noted for everyone who is watching. The build that I'm making is a build that is for me specifically. You don't have to run everything in the build. You don't have to like everything in the build, but it is just built off of HPJ's preferences and the things HPJ has and the things HPJ is going to be running. Now, this is, like I said, before we get everything that's going to be in EX6. Once EX6 thus comes out, I obtained everything I need from EX6. Then you will see the changes most likely, hopefully, in July. Now, at that point in time, there was the issue of glare, noise, and issues of deck, and now I've gone on over all of them. So with that said, let's go through what we need to go through, and that's this deck. Now, first off is Niaromon, which is really just here because this is currently one of the two Digimon that I had the idea of running. 3 now, because there's a Niaromon that's going to be in, in EX6 that can easily be added as well. Because, like I said, the decks and stuff are going to basically focus on playing into Mastemon and trying to mitigate the variations of Mastemon that are going to occur because of the different setups that are going to be added in the deck. You know, you have a lot of cards that are going to cost more than you have access to being played. So, because of that, there are some cards that I will be, either deciding to cut in or deciding to cut out. But this one, the Demi-Maramon from, I think that's BT3's Demi-Maramon, and then maybe Salamon from EX7, all will fall up into that lineup. So, yeah. With that in told and that in ties, we're going to move on into the next lineup of cards, and that is our rookies. So the first rookie is Salamon from BT16. So she can digivolve from a Niaromon for a cost of 0 instead of the cost of 1 between the rookie or the for the lineup of rookies and stuff, which is perfectly fine. The big thing that I do love about it is that, you're able to set up your things that you can off of your rookies. Because rookies, for the most part, if anyone does want to know, it is easier to just jump into your level 4s. But at a starting turn, most people like to try to mitigate that, or at least put in some of the smaller things for those types of situations. For me, myself, I will personally say, yeah, I do prefer just, going into it with trying to reduce costs as much as I possibly can. Sorry if it because there's also text messages that I'm trying to work on and receive. I have a package coming. I'm trying to make sure I get it. Then we have Salamon, who's going to fill in from BT9. So BT9 Salamon is similar to ST10's Gatomon, where they both look at the top cards of your deck to allow you to add cards. This Salamon allows you to add any card that is dual colored purple to your hand, and then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. It is an on-play ability, which kind of suck. But rookies don't cost that much in terms of memory unless you're Mastemon. And even then, this can be an easy play off of Hailflame Scythe or Findimon Fall Down mode. So those are just your options in that case. And then there is the Structure Deck 10 Salamon, which is just here because her inheritable is DNA Digivolution at the end of the turn. So if you want to quickly just rush into the DNA, that's where the Salamon falls in. To be very honest with you, I think this Salamon might get the cut just because I want to play the new Salamon from EX6. And I think that one just also is just a lot more subjective to my playstyle as well. So, yeah, those are just a bit of changes that you'll see there. We're gonna move on from the rookies. Let's go on into these champions, these level 5s. So the first one up is Tailmon from ST10. Let's see, BT10, ST10. So this is the one, this the Shining Glory. The on play, reveal top 3 cards of your deck to add 1 purple and 1 yellow Digimon among them to your hand, and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. In conjunction with that, her other ability is, what's her other ability? Oh, the reduction cost, which I love the reduction cost because I can go into one of my Archangel or Fallen Angels for a cost of 1 instead of a cost of like 3 or 4. This really works when you're starting to memory choke your opponent because you can then suggest the board. Something I'll get into when I get into my champions. I mean my tamers. But the most part is that, yeah, this is how you set up everything to get into your bigger pieces to allow you to cut cards or cut the lineup of things so you don't have to run so many. But I love the surge. I love the ability to reduce the cost and the in-phase DNA Digivolution, which can easily also work with the new Mirai when she comes out. Next up is Tailmon from BT16, and this is the one that she has the reduction cost as well. So she reduces her cost off of any Salamon for 2. If you combine that with the ability that the Salamon has from BT16 already, which is the on play when digivolving, you're able. No, at the start of your turn, you're able to digivolve a Digimon if someone in your trash has free attribute or holy beast in their trait for reduced cost. So combining that with just the lineup of costs that you can easily reduce, yeah, this will be some fun. Like I said, this is part of the reason why I had decided to cut a lot of fix a lot of things and also just shape out a lot of things because of how the lineup of things are going to be once EX6 comes out. Because, like I said, I love the lineup of everything, and I love how everything is going to be setting up for right now. Now, the one thing that we're going to talk about is Digimon. And Digimon, I'm sorry to say this, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be cut out. Digimon's going to be cut out. And the only reason why Digimon is going to be cut out is because I want to focus on a lot of the cards being just Tailmon, fitting into the whole lineup of the evolution line, because that's just how I like to, keep things together. Now, in that same sense, I'm not saying that this Digimon is bad. I think this Digimon is pretty chillax. He has a lot of things just easily going for him in terms of his lineup and his setup. But, because it's just a free summon, a free play. He'll have Rush in Retaliation as long as you have a purple Digimon and a purple Tamer. So, that's not too bad. Like I said, I want to focus on the Tailmons. I want to focus on things being able to play off of the Tailmons. And especially with the Salamons and stuff, because a lot of them are going to be focusing on that as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much just the lineup of things with my champions. And now I'm going to go ahead and go on into my ultimates. And yeah, just hold on, because I'm getting these things together. So now we're going into my ultimates, and of course my ultimates are going to be all the mommies and the Lucemon. So for the mommies, we have both versions of Angelomon. We have her Structure Deck version, and we have her BT11. Now, while I'm not running Lady Digimon from ST10, I am still running Lady Digimon from BT11. And the BT11, Agumon and Lady Digimon really work well together, because whatever you don't have in your hand that's in the trash, Lady Digimon will pick it up. And Agumon will pick up anything that's in your security and give you a recovery +1. This will trigger your Kari that's in your Kari Tamer to give you another memory as well, because you're already doing enough to put these two on play. And then just the abilities that they have attached to them. When Lady Digimon or Mirai are played, you're going to gain a memory, and then, remove Lady Digimon for Angelomon, and then bam, you have the setup from the Lady Digimon. You just have a lot of things to set up thanks to BT10, but once EX6 comes out, Those Lady Devimon and Agumon are also going to be played in conjunction, and I got a lot of work to do to make sure that deck has some flow to it. I have seen some builds, but I am going to try my own things more or less. And then we have Lucemon. Now, Lucemon could easily come out in place of Lucemon from EX6, because that kind of just does a little more than what this one does. But also the fact that it's dual color, and if most of my cards in the deck are searching for dual color, then Lucemon Chaos Lucemon Fall Down might be taken out just for that one. But then I also heard there's going to be some more Lucemon support coming in our special set for 18 and 19. So I'm also looking forward to that combination of shenanigans. Now, the main purpose of Lucemon being in here is simply just a free summon off of Mastemon to either pop a rookie, no, to pop something level 6 or lower, or to pop a tamer. And because there are a lot of tamers that are coming around with some problematic situations, Lucemon definitely helps out with that. Now, if that wasn't the case, I wouldn't be running Lucemon. I'd probably be mainly running another variation of Lady Devimon. And these tend to be very expensive right now, so if you don't want to get them, try to find some rare options of things that have some on-play effects, or survive some things that you can play for, the bang for your buck. So, with that in total, that is my lineup for things here. And now we're just going to go ahead and move into the ultimate, well, the megas. It's funny because in Japan they're called ultimates, but yeah, we're gonna go into our megas, our 6s and 7s, and this is probably one of the big ones that I am still going to be running no matter what, and that is Ordanimon. Now, Ordanimon is kind of what I said the deck needs at a lower level, and that is the ability to reduce the ability to AoE removal while also having its own protection. I'm shocked it's not called barrier, but good beggars can be choosers. Now, Ardanimon's ability is that she can basically put new Digimon. No, she can get rid of a level 6 or higher, and then all your opponent's level 4 or level 5 or lower Digimon that are on the field off the board. Then on top of that, she's then able to recovery +1 to the deck, in addition to what she's already doing. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can easily just say you get this off of Ordanimon. And I love the fact that Ordanimon can still easily be played without the hassle, especially considering everything that has been everything that can easily be put together for the deck itself. Now, I want to move on from there and talk about the next mega in the deck, and that's, funny enough, one of the Digimon that makes Ordanimon, and that's Ordanimon Fall Down mode. And she can easily take it out for Mastemon Ace, not gonna lie there. And with Ordanimon Fall Down mode, she's just a recovery +1. She can get someone from the trash on her deletion. She's just another big body that the deck can easily play into when you're going from your ultimates to your megas. She just takes up a lot of things for that. I flex with my Ordanimon. I really do. So, yeah, that's Ordanimon there. Ordanimon Fall Down is not too bad. And then, of course, we have the Ace and Boss Monster. We got Mastemon. So, with Mastemon, DNA Digivolve off of a level 5 purple and yellow. Beyond, her ability to put someone in the security stack and then take someone out the stack. And then be able to pop stuff when a Digimon comes into play. Also devices for just removal, setup, the getting into her and setting up, and with all the stuff from EX6, from EX6, you're going to be definitely playing. This is who you're going to be going for. This is your boss monster. This is your ace monster, with everything that she flows into. And yeah, and the Mastemon Ace is not bad either. She's really good, especially with the burst Digivolution. So alright, that is everything for them, and now we go on into the last quarter of the deck, and that is the Tamers, which are Mirai and Kari. So this is one thing I'm going to say, and I don't care if people are going to be mad about me for saying this. I'm not going to take Kari out the deck because I need her in Resetter, and with how expensive Mirai is going to be, I'm probably only going to pick up maybe 1 or 2 Mirai. and be okay with it. If I have to get Mirai's, you know, trickle, then it's gonna have to be like that. Now, Mirai for this one from BT11 is the at the start of your turn, gain 1 memory. During your turn, when one of your Digimon will become Agumon or Lady Devimon, you may play. You have one or less Digimon on the field. You're able to play one of the opposite from your hand without paying the memory cost by succeeding this tamer. So you're basically just playing your Mirai. You're basically setting into your Mastemon. And with the new Mirai that's going to be doing the DNA Digivolution at the end of the turn from hand or field, you're definitely, like I said, Mastemon plays, Mastemon setup. Now, Kari, on the other hand, is going to be your memory setter. Now, you can run Nat Ishida if you want to. I'm not. I'm running Kari. I'm running Kari because memory. I'm running Kari for the setup for the memory. I just like and prefer Kari a little more. That's just my preference. If you don't want to play it, like I said, you're perfectly welcome to play any variation of it that you want. So it just is what it is. All right, and then I'm moving into my options for the last of the video. That is Chaos Degradation and Flame Hell Scythe. I almost said Hell Flame Scythe. Flame Hell Scythe, basically DP reduction of 6k DP, but you can play Digimon as purple or yellow with 6k DP or less. And because majority of your ultimates tend to have less than that and trickling down, just more opportunities for things to be played. Picking up a lot of the on-play Digimon and using their abilities, or picking up Rajamon or Lady Devimon in conjunction with things so that you can, start getting those together. Yeah, there's a lot of the positives with Flame Hell Scythe in its ability. Now we're going to probably one of the most devastating of them, and that's Chaos Degradation. A card that does not have any legitimate niche to it, except for if you target cards, because that's what it does. Now, in terms of that, it's not destruction removal, which is great, because a lot of cards have that ability to make themselves immune from destruction. And this is where Chaos Degradation comes in to just say no to those abilities. And I love Chaos Degradation for it. And it's a definite must-have in Mastemon. Or just any deck that plays around with security and likes to have some poke fun at your opponent in their security. So, alright, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I do appreciate it, because I wasn't going to make a video, and then I was like, no, I want to make the video anyway. And I really do enjoy making my Digimon deck profiles, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them. So, with that said and done, thank you guys so much for watching, because I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out tremendously. And you can hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more of my content to the channel. And my socials are in the description box below. With that said, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys when EX6 comes out. HPJ, signing out.